At the heart of PayWhirl subscription billing are payment plans. Plans allow you to set rules on how your customers will be billed on a recurring basis. Each time a customer subscribes to one of your plans, the rules will be attached to the subscription. If you change the rules for the plan, they will be applied to the customer's next invoice. So let's get started. First, we want to name our plan. We'll call this one the Super Monthly Plan. And for this plan, we're going to charge $20 every 1 month. And we can use the drop down here to change our interval and customize how we want that to be billed. But for this one, let's do $20 every month. Under additional options, we can choose whether we want to charge shipping or sales tax on this plan. We can also set up a trial. So we'll give this one a 14-day trial. And that's optional, so you can just leave that blank if your plans don't have a trial. Next, we want to input our SKU. Again, SKU is optional, but it's required for some of our integrations like Shopify or ShipStation, where they use the SKU to fulfill your orders. Next, we have setup fee. The setup fee is charged as soon as a customer subscribes to your plan. For this one, we'll give it a $5 setup fee. Now, you don't have to have a setup fee, but if you do, this is a good way to charge your customers initially when they first sign up. Now, sometimes we chain plans together. So depending on your business model, you may need to have a plan that bills for a certain amount of time and then does something else. Well, if that plan has a setup fee, we need to tell the PayWhirl when to charge the setup fee. So we can only charge an initial subscription, which will be fine for most use cases, or we can charge every time a customer subscribes, and that's used with chain plans. So if this plan comes after another, then the setup fee would be charged every time a new subscription to this plan is created. Like I said, only on initial subscription works for most cases. Next, we have billing cycle start day. So if I wanted to bill all the customers on this plan on the same day of the month, I could select our billing cycle start date of like the 15th, for instance, and all the customers would be billed on the 15th. If you'd rather, you can leave it set to date of subscription, and all your customers will be billed relative to when they signed up. We'll set the currency to US dollars. Next is installments. So like I was talking about with the changed subscriptions, installments are basically just a number of payments before something happens in the subscription. If you set it to no limit, the subscription will go on in perpetuity, so we would charge our customer $20 a month until they unsubscribed. But say for instance we wanted to charge our customer 3 payments of $20 and then unsubscribe them automatically. This is good for things like layaway plans, where you only want to charge the customer a certain set amount, and then once it's done, you can unsubscribe them. If you don't want to unsubscribe your customer, you have the option to move them onto a different plan. So we could subscribe them to the weekly basic plan, for instance, and after they've paid us $20 a month for 3 payments, then they would get moved to the weekly plan and abide by its rules. For a normal subscription service, though, you'll probably want to leave this set on no limit and just use this one plan and the rules that it entails. Next, we can enable our plan. If we enable our plan, it shows up under the Browse menu of the customer portal. Now, leaving the plan disabled doesn't mean that we can't use it. We still have access to it in all of our widgets, and we can use it in the admin to subscribe customers manually, but customers won't be able to browse and find that plan on their own if we leave it disabled. So we'll go ahead and enable this one so our customers can see it inside the portal. The next section is tags. Now, your customers don't ever see these tags. These are really just for your reference, to help you find plans more easily. If you have, say, 100 plans in your account, it might be kind of cumbersome to go through and find each one that you need. For instance, if you're trying to find only the international plans. But if you tag this as international, and you can hit comma to set that tag in place, then all the plans that are international will show up when you search for international in your plan management screen. We'll give this a couple more tags. Alright, next is customer profile questions. So you can see here I've got 2 customer profile questions set up in my account. I've got select your birthday, which is a date picker, and how did you hear about us, which is a text input. I want to ask both of these questions when my customer checks out with this plan. Now what this allows you to do is set the profile questions that you'd like to ask based on the plan that the customer chooses at checkout. So you don't have to ask all of your profile questions. For instance, if you sell shoes and t-shirts, you could ask for shoe size when they pick the shoes and t-shirt size when they pick the t-shirt. If they pick both, we'll ask both questions. So it's that easy to set up the customer profile questions that get asked for each plan. The last option here is to attach a digital download. So if the subscription is related to a digital product, such as a PDF, MP3, even software, I can attach a file that the customer will get a link to download once they've paid and are subscribed to the plan. Now, if you have any integrations set up, you'll see additional options below this, such as when to place orders in Shopify or ShipStation, or what list to add people to in MailChimp. But that's it for PayWhirl out of the box on the plan screen. We just click Save Plan, and now we have access to this plan everywhere we would need it, in widgets, in our customer portal, and in the admin section to subscribe customers to. If you ever want to come back to this screen, you can go to the menu and click Manage Plans. Then you just scroll down and find your plan, and here we can search for International, and it brought up my Super Monthly plan. So I can click Edit, and I'm back at the screen where I can change any information that I need to.